Brit Eady's actions are definitely telling off on her, because even though Kenya is gone from the show, Brit still can't keep Kenya's name out of her mouth.
Exactly. And that's because Kenya is Brit's storyline. Brit does not have a story. She does not have a storyline. She has made, as well as the producers, have made Kenya her whole storyline.
Yeah.
If they had talked about that incident one more time, I tell you, I was just going to scream. Every time you turned around, there was the incident with her husband, who's everybody's talking about, is like, look, how is he acting? What kind of husband is that? There's no consolation there. There's a fake, phony consolation there. So that scene,
that
she was talking
so crazy when he came into the room and he said, "What's going on with you?" And then she showed him, I'm assuming it's like, you know, what Kenya did. So, and he goes, "Oh wow." Like, really?
So flat.
This lady has tears on her face, and he's just like, oh
wow. So flat, so nonchalant, so uncaring, so, oh girl, we know all about you.
Exactly. And then she goes on and tells this story of what happened, and then he just looks at her, he's staring at her, and then he gets up.
He goes to her, he extends his arms. He doesn't say, the husband won't say, "Give me a hug." No, you go to that wife and you surround her with hugs.
Exactly. Just pull her closer to you, or you go over closer to her, and body to body, cuddle up or something like that. This man bends over from the waist area, just bends over and then tells her, "Give me a hug," and then her hands are just wrapped around his neck. What comfort is that? They not touching nowhere except the neck. He like, "Give me a hug."
And then he walks away.
And then walks away like,
okay,
what?
He's like, okay, I've done my part for now with this. It's like, really, it's as if he said, okay, I've done my part for this fake story. I've done my part. Let me go, because that was not authentic at all.
Right.
That was just not authentic.
Even when her mother came to try to seem like to console or comfort her, her mother was even looking like,
"Are you done? Are you done?
Are you done?"
Exactly.
Are you done?
That's what
Can
I mean.
we move on? Are you done?
That's what I mean. There's another scene with her talking about, oh, what Kenya did to her. Hey, girl, how about what you did to Kenya? In my theory, okay, is that you set this whole thing up as well yourself. You made it so those pictures could be found. You made this happen.
Yep.
So how about that? How about what you did? She's now playing the victim. And girl, people are in the comments on her. They're like, no, you're not playing the victim now. Girl, you set that up. There are so many people that believe she set that whole thing up. Why? Because it's giving single female. That's what it's giving. She wanted to take over Kenya's whole life. She came to take her place.
Yep.
Now she's trying to constantly put before people, look at what she did to me.
Yeah.
Look at what she did to me.
And that is crazy, because like you said, it's really given she's coming to take her place. Because even when Kelly threw that peace brunch for them, and it was mentioned that some of the other ladies had actually checked in on Kenya as well after that event. And Brit just went crazy. She was like, you checked on Kenya. Like, oh, so this is why I can't deal with some of you, because how can I trust that you're checking on Kenya? Kenya did this to her. It's like, girl, calm your little self down. That's crazy. And it's giving, she doesn't want Kenya to have any support, any friends, anything like that. It's like she really wants to take over Kenya's spot. Like, don't talk to her. She wanted people who had known Kenya for longer than they've known her to just completely
disregard,
throw Kenya away, because this woman came in with the bone to pick with Kenya, and she just basically was trying to take her spot. It's as simple as that.
It was. Absolutely. And you can see it with the way her whole face changed and the way she just quickly came out against Angela like that. She quickly, because look, Angela was about to catch her in
another lie
about this licensing, because Angela is very knowledgeable about this area. So that's all she did was ask her a question. It's like, on what grounds did you lose your license? This girl told her to read the MF room.
Right.
And even Drew, they showed Drew said, oh my goodness, this girl came out of a bag. It's like Angela didn't do anything but say on what grounds were this company trying to take your license, because she was going to tell her they couldn't do that.
Exactly.
And we found later they really hadn't done that yet. So we found this girl about to be caught in a lie. That's why she went in so hard on Angela. Read the room. I'm like, girl.
Exactly. And it's the same way where she tried to put this narrative out about how old she was in these pictures that Kenya had exposed.
Right.
She wanted to put out, when she was a teenager. Now she didn't say that she what age. She didn't mention 18 or 19. She just said teenager. That she let her boyfriend take certain pictures. And then she goes on to say that, and she was a cam girl in her 20s. And she said, when she was talking about that cam girl part, she said she did everything she could to get those pictures scrubbed from the internet, but then Kenya went and dug it up. So basically she tried to imply one thing by mentioning she was a teenager.
Yeah.
And then went on and actually ended up having to spill the truth that these pictures basically were from the cam girl age that she tried to have scrubbed from the internet. Because Kenya is digging up pictures that she tried to have scrubbed. So it's like, come on, girl. She just has this thing out that she is really trying to
take Kenya's place.
Spot.
Wipe Kenya's memory off of everything, especially in the fact that she was mad at Kelly's get together, that these people had talked to Kenya concerning how she was feeling about the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, why are they talking to her?
Yeah.
She's the one that she did that to. Girl, these are Kenya's colleagues. They have known her longer than they've known you. They can ask her how she's getting through this. They can ask her how she felt doing what she did. Who are you?
Exactly.
And it is so telling. She tells off on herself each time. She totally took a disposition of ugliness when she cursed at Angela like that. And when it was all in her face.
Yeah, Angela just asked a simple question. It wasn't even a tone to Angela's question.
Not at all.
She just said, because when Britt was like, and she lost her license, and Angela was like, how?
Like, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. But there was some guilt there. Because to ask a simple question of how, she was trying to get to telling her, well, they shouldn't have done that.
Right.
But this girl took offense.
Yeah.
She took offense because somebody said, throws a rock and hides her hand. That's what she did in this whole fiasco. And yes, I'm not happy that Kenya did that.
Right.
Because now it's like, Kenya, you gave this girl her 15 minutes of fame, and now she's milking it for everything she can.
It's crazy.
Every room she goes into. Oh, did you see what Kenya did to me?
Yeah.
Every place she goes, oh, what did you think about what Kenya did to me? Every place she goes, oh, I'm so distraught. Look at what Kenya did to me.
And it's really given plot too, because she was just recently on Watch What Happens Live with Andy, and Andy took the time to say that an investigation was done and it was determined that she didn't break the show's policy, because apparently at some point they ended up looking for the things that she had said that she had on her, and supposedly they proved that she didn't have nothing on her. But the question is, when did you look? Did you look right after she said that very same night? Did you pat her down and her husband down? Did you search the car? Because if you came anytime after the fact, that's not any investigation. You can't, there's no proof that she didn't have what she said she had with her.
Exactly.
And that wasn't the only time she said that. She's actually, people have mentioned in the comments that she actually did other interviews where she says she keeps that on her at all times in the car.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, it's like, come on now. The fact that Andy is trying so hard to cover their tracks, Bravo's tracks, because they are also the ones that said that those words were never mentioned. Back in July when it first happened, the Bravo production put out, oh no threats were ever made. That was never mentioned.
They certainly did.
So now he's trying to cover his tracks even more. It makes you think they all were in cahoots with this.
Yes.
And that's another thing. That's how you know those pictures were of when she was an adult, because there's no way Bravo would have even aired a blurred out picture if it was something else.
Exactly.
That would have been completely illegal. That would have jeopardized their whole network. So you know those pictures that Kenya showed, not that she was right, because it was definitely not the time to do it. But it's not what Brit is trying to put out there so people can like throw more hate on Kenya with that. It was not that, because Bravo would not have even aired a blurred out image of that if it was the case.
Very good. Exactly.
So it's giving plotation, as Wendy Williams would say. It's giving plotation because back in 2023, Kenya went on Carlos King's show. And she talked about how Bravo didn't pay her for the first month where she was actually not a housewife yet, but was doing the content. They didn't pay her, and when she said, well, she's not going to work for free, they were forced to eventually give her a peach because she was doing, she was making a show when she first came on.
Yes.
So they didn't pay her. They got mad at her when she married Mark off camera and didn't bring her life back.
Yeah.
There were some things that production was not happy with Kenya about.
Yes.
And she did that in 2023, right before this latest season started filming. Did that interview, blasting Bravo, basically.
Oh.
And then the next thing you know, they brought in this woman who probably belongs on the show Baddies more than Housewives.
Right.
And her whole, from day one, her whole intent was get Kenya off. Yeah.
Get Kenya off.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, now that is some tea right there. Kenya has history with these people not paying her.
Mm-hmm.
And she went on Carlos King, their rival, to talk about
the show,
talk about how they had not paid her.
Yep.
Oh, plotation, Wendy Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, Wendy, you are on it, girl. Plotation.
Mm-hmm.
So they have been after Kenya, trying to get something. So yeah, this was a whole setup. I believe it. And it is being milked to the point of extinction.
Right.
This should really be seen for what it is.
Exactly.
And no, we're not condoning what Kenya did.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. But look at all that occurred because this girl came in with a premeditated, preconceived thought of action to get Kenya.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all.
All right. Let us know what you think in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.